Hey, well,
Israel, how are you? You well?
I'm doing good on yourself.
Good to see you. Good to see you. And glad you made it back from Glasgow State. Um, Maybe we just start there with that and touch base. Obviously, a little bit of time to reflect on that. Season's best time, but maybe not that little bit of progress that you would have liked. How overall did you find it?
Um, yeah, I guess it was, seeing how the indoor season went, I was pretty, pleased, I guess, to come away with that type of performance in Glasgow at the World Indoors. You always want like a little bit more, but I had a pretty disrupted, indoor season with illness and some other difficulties that were like a little bit out of my control. So you just want to go out there and give a good performance. And I was pleased enough, I guess, with how it came out.
And is it always valuable when you go to these sort of things, even just to be in that atmosphere, going through the stages of the build up, the nerves? Because 60 meters is, I think I remember Carly was saying once about 100 meters, you make a mistake in the first meter and you've got 99 meters to basically, reflect on you're not going to win. So is all that experience always good to go to the next competition that you just feel that little bit more confident?
I think 100%. Like any like major championship, it's great to be there, and there's always something you can take away, something you can learn. Any piece of inspiration you can get from it is always valuable. Like hasn't always been an uphill trajectory, I guess, since the Europeans in 2022. But since then I've been to various championships, and I've been able to get different pieces of information, of experience that is so valuable to me in my career as a young athlete. So
Good. Listen, do you kind of see the indoor season and the outdoor season as two separate entities? Are they all in one thing? Is it a continuous journey to just continue to get faster and fitter? Or how do you break down the year?
yeah, for me, like I kind of see it almost as one. Like I feel like the indoor season almost like kind of runs into the outdoor season, and we use the indoor season to kind of break up the year and to get some excitement, I guess, going, and to get some speed as well early in the year. So for me, it's like it's all a one. Like just things I've been working on from indoor season that I'm bringing with me to the outdoor season. Obviously, the 60 meters is much shorter and different from the 100 meters, but there's definitely still this carryover that you can bring from your training and just from the things you pick up at competition.
What's the key thing you've been working on if you're to pick out one specific part of your race? Because for the average maybe athletics viewer, they might not know the 100 meters isn't just get up and run fast. There's all individual parts to the race, from your start to the drive phase, all these sort of things. So if you were to pick out one thing that you were thinking I really need to improve on, and you've been working on that, what's it been?
I guess it's actually just piecing everything together. Like sometimes I might have a good start, sometimes I might have a good transition phase, sometimes I might have a good finish in my race. But I think the great athletes are able to put each of the pieces together at the right time. So that's something I'm kind of working on. I'm out here on a camp in Florida for 2 weeks with my coach Daniel and some of my training partners, and that's one of the main things we're trying to work on. Just like I guess how we run the race overall and putting each piece of the puzzle together.
So do you feel that you've yet still to kind of put that puzzle together? I'm not saying run a perfect race, but run a race where you're happy with all the different parts together.
Yeah, like, you're never gonna have a perfect race. Like it's about being as consistent, I guess, as you can, um, and being as close, I guess, to perfect as you can get. Like you're never really gonna get there, but you wanna aspire for that and get as close as you can, and if not, at least see improvement from the races before. So I guess that's something you kind of have to relearn and refocus on as you become a different athlete. At different stages of athlete's career, there's different changes in how you run the race, so you kind of have to relearn how to put the race together again and again, I guess.
This is one of the highlights of your career so far has been the European Championships, and that's obviously on the agenda for you this summer, I would take it. Is the focus for that first, and then hopefully along the way trying to get times and into that Olympic qualifying pool one way or another?
Yeah, the Europeans is definitely the main focus right now. That's the next big championship we have, and that's like I guess going to be a good placeholder to see where we're at, for this season. And obviously the Europeans kind of holds a special place in my heart, because it was at the last Europeans in Munich that I broke the national 100-meter record. So I'm just looking to come at it in my best shape possible, and just see where I'm at really. And it's really cool, I guess, working with Spar as well. They're the principal sponsor of the European Championships this summer, and it's really great to work with them. And they have this really exciting competition where where fans will get the chance to get to visit Rome and see the European Championships and meet myself and Rashida. So it's a really cool competition to have going on, and it's really cool for me to be part of it as well. And all fans have to do is just send a message of support to myself or Rashida, or anyone in Team Ireland on the different Spar links. So everything's available on the Spar website to enter.
Good stuff, Rob. Will be really happy with that answer. I might have to enter myself. When you're talking about Rome, I suppose only you know exactly how well training has been going. Do you think you're beginning, because look, you're still young as a sprinter. I saw Dwayne Chambers running there a few weeks ago. He's still pumping out ridiculously fast indoor times. So you've still plenty of time to get to that next level. But do you think this is a year where good progress could be made? Because I'm sure you're always looking at your times and trying to take those extra tenths of a second off.
Yeah, I think so. I think every year is a kind of a chance for to push on. But at the same time, I have to remember, I'm 21 and turn 22 next month. I'm still, I guess, almost at the beginning of my career. Hopefully there's many more years and many more championships to come. But I guess just taking things one step at a time, one season at a time, and focusing on what can I do this season to help me along the journey of becoming the best athlete that I can become. So you hope to have a long career in the sport, but you just never know. So you have to take things in baby steps really, and try to be the best you can each day, each week, each month, each season. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now.
Am I allowed to mention the O word?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course you can. Of course you can. Yeah, that's the Olympics in Paris is often it's on every
because listen.
Sorry?
I wasn't sure if Daniel, your coach, maybe might have banned that word from being spoken about. But look, for every athlete in track and field, especially, the Olympics is the pinnacle. It's the be all and end all. Just to even be there and compete. Where do you see that being this year? Is that a realistic possibility with where you are? Do you think that if things go your way, you get a little bit of luck that you will be on that starting line in one of the heats, and there might even be progression there at some stage?
I guess my focus this season, as I said, is just to be, to produce my best this season. And I think, if everything goes well, if I'm able to be at my best, there's no reason why not I can't be at the Olympics in Paris, But again, the main focus is Europeans first. You have to take things, one step at a time. So, but that's every athlete's dream, is to be on that start line at the Olympics. And I've shocked myself and I've shocked the world before. So why can't I do it again and be on that start line in Paris?
I like that confidence. Keep that, yeah. Diamond League, I have to ask you, first meeting of the season was in Xiamen at the weekend in China. And we saw Christian Coleman come up against Fred Curley, a great race there in the 100 meters. Is Diamond League something, we have it on Virgin Media now, is that something you're hoping to maybe get an invite to over the season at some stage?
Yeah, that's something. That's another one that's on my bucket list. So 100%, the Diamond League is something that I would love to kind of compete in. That's one of the crown jewels of our sport at the moment. So hopefully sometime later in the summer we'll see what happens. But I have to put in some good performances to be on the start line for one of those.
Good stuff. And is there finally just want to ask you then as well about I was talking to Charlene last week. She's heading out to the Bahamas with the relays, and we've seen the relays produce some dramatic, incredible moments for the Irish teams over the past number of years or so. Is that something you love now, a few other sprinters to come along for you to form a really strong 4x100 team? Because again, we've seen with the Irish, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the quickest individuals going together that produce winning or stunning performances. So where do you think we are with maybe getting together a 4x100 meter team?
I think we're as close as I guess we've been in the last maybe 20 years to getting another team back to that kind of global stage. I know earlier in the 2000s we had the the Irish team break the national record at the Olympics. So we're kind of gunning to get back to that stage, and I think we have all the pieces to do that. But it's a bit more than that. You have to get together and get the reps in and get competition in. But we're all working hard, and we have a great coaching system that's just working to get us to where we need to be. So our main focus is qualifying for the European Championships now. So hopefully we'll have some races in May as a relay team to help our chances of qualifying, and maybe hopefully for the next World Relays or for the next Global Championships we'll be able to be on a start line and make everyone back at home proud.
Yeah, it would be seriously great. I'd love to see it, and hopefully that does happen.